All right, guys, going to talk a little bit about driving when the weather is shitty, when the weather's bad. When I'm driving to work, I have to take my daughter to her grandparents. They watch her during the day. They're kind of semi-retired, I guess, which is a big help. But people, when the weather's bad, where I live, there was just a 50-car pileup. 50-car pileup because the weather was bad. I mean, I get it. Sometimes a truck goes off the road. People can't see what's going on. Even if they're going slow, if they're traveling slow, there's you can still have a freak accident. And there's lots of footage of that on YouTube. That's for sure. But a lot of these accidents could be avoided, if people just slowed the hell down, man. It's crazy because people, they'll pass you doing over the speed limit, obviously, and the roads are crappy. They're slipping and sliding, and nobody deserves to die because you want to get somewhere fast, or you want to beat somebody to a red light, or you don't have the patience to wait another 2 minutes to arrive where you're going. It just blows my mind. Now, granted, I'm driving a 98 Corolla, so I can't speed anyway. Yeah, and it's not a good winter car per se. But people, I don't care how fast you drive. If everybody goes over the speed limit, including myself, and the roads are optimal. That's just the way it is. We all have things to do. We all lead busy lives. There's whatever. That's the way it is. But when the roads are crappy, the way you drive, in particular, can affect other people and their lives, man. I mean, you have to think about that. So, and I know that, nothing is going to change people as long as they're driving big four-wheel drives and semis, man. Semis are insane in bad weather. They're just blowing right by you on the road. I mean, semis get around real well in bad weather. I've driven semis before, believe it or not, and they are surprisingly, they get good traction because of the weight. But a lot of these accidents are caused by semis, jackknifing. So, truck drivers need to watch what the hell they're doing too. But it's just, sometimes when you're out driving, just take a look, when the weather's a little bad. Obviously, if you're in California, Florida, Arizona, Texas, where the weather's not bad, I mean, it's not such a big deal. But when visibility is down, the roads are slick, and you're going the speed limit, you're asking for trouble. And I see it every day. And I don't, people zoom by. I've seen people zoom by me, and then a mile later, they're in the ditch. And a little party is happy to see that, but a little party is, glad they're still alive, man. I mean, nobody deserves to be killed because they're not cautious, or they don't have the knowledge, or are not aware of what's going on underneath them on the highway. So, guys, be careful when you're driving. Think about other people, and people. Maybe there's kids in the cars. I mean, a 50-car pileup. And you hear about this every winter. There's a massive pileup somewhere, multiple. But 2 people die, not far from where I live. A 50-car pileup not far from where I live. I mean, just insane. I mean, it could have been avoided probably if somebody would have just drove the speed limit. So, yeah, nobody wants to see anybody die.